Alrighty guys, some pretty cool Yu-Gi-Oh news. Marshmallon coming back in the game, gadgets, we've even got Silent Magician, and to top that off, Ritual Beasts are getting a super new Mega Boss monster. Man, I'm actually pretty excited. I gotta check out that Marshmallon card first. That is the first card that I want to take a look at, and I believe it's in this set. So this is a brand new set, Legacy of Destruction. So let's go ahead and check out some brand new cards. Finally, we got new cards to check out, man, it's been a while. So first off, we have Gandor, the Dragon of Destruction. Oh, these are like all OG stuff over here. Cool. I guess maybe they saw the Fortnite adding the OG season. They're like, we're going to add OG Yu-Gi-Oh back to the game. Maybe we'll see some blue eyes here. Anyways, yes, the Gandora, the Dragon of Destruction, is a brand new level 8 Dark Dragon effect monster 0/0. And it says you can only use the first and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is you control a gold sarcophagus of light. You can special summon this card from your hand. It gains 300 attack for each banished card. Okay, so maybe like Grand Maju support. You can pay half your life points to trade as many other cards as feels as possible. And if you do banish them, then you can just special one level 7 or lower monster from your deck that mentions Gold Sarcophagus of Light. And if you do, increase its level by the number of cards destroyed by this effect. Okay, so I mean, like, I don't know how hard this card is to get out, but I mean, if you're playing Grand Maju, I mean, the OTKs are just like easy. Like, it's so good. And on top of that, it also gains a bunch of attack for the banished cards. I mean, like I said, it's just written all over it. Next up, though, we have Silent Swordsman 0. This is a level 4 Light Warrior effect monster. Here is the artwork on this guy. So, it's 1,000. It says you can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. So the first part of the effect is once per turn during each standby phase, you get to increase the card's level by 1, and while this card's current level is higher than its original level, it gains attack equal to the difference times 500. Third part is when your opponent activates a card effect that targets a gold sarcophagus and or monster that mentions it as a you control, as a quick effect, you can negate the activation if you increase this card's level by 1. It doesn't negate and destroy. Okay. Next up, though, we have Silent Magician 0. So it's a level 4 light spellcaster effect monster, and it's got 1,000. And it says you can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. So first part is if your opponent draws a card or cards, you get to increase this card's level by the number of drawn. Oh man, that Bistro Butcher attack gonna be spicy. No, maybe like Cup of Ace. Yeah, either way you're winning, right? But it says while this card's current level is higher than its original level, it gains attack equal to the difference times 500. Third part is when your opponent activates a spell, card, or effect, and you control a sarcophagus of light, as a quick effect, you can negate the activation. If you do, increase this card's level by 1. Since all of them have that effect where you can only, like, you know, use the effect, maybe you just get one of each, and then it could be good. Use pen stone for all of them, and then there you go. Next up, though, we have the Tricolor Gadget. I mean, this is just all the nostalgia. I like it, man. 1,300 attack, 1,100 defense for the Tricolor Gadget. It's a level 4 Earth Machine. It says you can only use the first, second effect of this card's name each once per turn. So if this card is normal or special summon, you get to add a gold sarcophagus alive or one spell trap that mentions it directly from your deck to your hand. This card is destroyed by battle or card effect. You get to set one Stronghold of the Hidden Fortress directly from your deck. Now, if I remember correct, isn't this like a trap card? I gotta like brush up over here on this effect. Last time I think I actually saw gadgets see like any play was like when we had like Ultimate Offering. Oh, what? Okay, Stronghold. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one where you get a special summon. It's like okay, that's kind of weird. But I gotta double check on Ultimate Offering. I'm pretty sure it got. Oh yeah, it's banned. I don't know if it got eroded or it just went straight to ban. But basically, with the gadgets, you could like infinitely summon, and that was actually kind of cool. But yeah, it no longer works because the card is kind of banned. All right, so the other card that you get is like mediocre. But next up, we have Marshmallon. Alright, so Marshmallon is a level 3 light fairy effect monster. Look at this cute guy over here. 300 attack, 500 defense points. It says you can only use the first and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is during your opponent's turn, if you control Gold Sarcophagus of Light as a quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Second part is while you control a Gold Sarcophagus of Light, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent's monster can't target other monsters for attacks. This card is destroyed by a card effect. You just special summon one of your other Marshmallon that is banished or in your hand, deck, or graveyard. If you do, get to inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. Wow. I mean, considering if as long as you control it, it can't be well, it's your opponent's monsters cannot target other monsters for attack. So it can't be destroyed by battle. It has pretty low defense, so maybe piercing could become a problem. But if you just run 2 of them, right, it has to be destroyed by a card effect, obviously, to, you know, get rid of it, and then you get to just bring one of them back. This actually might not be that bad. I'm sure there's going to be other ways to get rid of it, like they're just going to bounce it, but maybe we attack a Heart of Clearwater, I don't know, because they just get rid of that card at the end of the day. But there's also non-target removal. I think Yu-Gi-Oh's gotten to the point where, like, the gimmick of, like, doing 1,000 burn is, like, really, really, like, mediocre. But the fact that you can just get another one from anywhere, if it said, like, if this card leave the field, then we would maybe kind of have some sort of, like, way where it just become, like, way too out of control. But nonetheless, it seems kind of good. Maybe it's just bait, though. Again, against, like, high-level stuff. There's always some non-target removal. Anyways, Gold Sarcophagus of Light is a continuous spell card that says you can only use the second and third effects of this card's name each one. So the first part cannot be destroyed by monster effects. Second part is, during your main phase, you can add one card from your deck to your hand that mentions Gold Sarcophagus of Light, except for Gold Sarcophagus of Light. Third part is, if your opponent special summons a monster or monsters from the graveyard, you can discard a spell card, then target one of those monsters and send it to the graveyard. Okay, so it actually has some sort of, like, a little bit of stun. Not too bad. Next up, though, we have the Silence of Time. Turn Silence. So it's a quick play spell card that says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. So it says target a face-up monster you control. You can increase its level by 3. If you activated this card in response to your opponent's monster's effect activation while you control the Gold Sarcophagus life, and that monster mentions it, negate that effect. Second part is, if your monster that mentions Gold Sarcophagus light battles or damage calculation, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and you can end the battle phase. Okay. Next up, though, we have the Ties of the Companions or Ties of Friendship, which is a normal spell card that says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. So the first part is, if you control a Gold Sarcophagus of Light and a monster that mentions it, you cannot special summon monsters from the extract for the rest of the turn after this card resolves. Also special summon up to 2 level 4 or lower monsters with different names from your hand or deck that mention Gold Sarcophagus of Light. Wait, so, like, what was that other level of the other, the Magician stuff, the Silent, or, it's not the Magician, yeah, the Silent Magician and the Silent Swordsman, you could, like, double that in one turn. Maybe that could be, like, a viable option. It's weird that they're, like, trying to mix all of this in. It's like, is this supposed to be, like, Yugi's deck or something? I don't know. I just think that it's supposed to be some sort of theme deck, but it seems like the cards, like a Marshmallon, Silent Swordsman, Silent Magician deck, and then there's gadgets. It's just like, it's just crazy all over the place. Anyways, next up, though, okay, this one summons the double, and then we have the Silence Towards the Future. So it's a quick play spell card that says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. You can add a monster from your deck to your hand that mentions Gold Sarcophagus of Light. Then, if you activated this card during the battle phase while you control the Gold Sarcophagus of Light and a monster that mentions it, each player draws cards until they have 6 cards in their hand. Whoa, that is... Whoa, I mean, that is pretty insane because, like, I mean, you can only activate one of them, but, it says then if you activate this card during the battle phase while you control, I mean, this isn't that hard. The downside with this, I mean, it is a quick play, so it is kind of a surprise on your opponent. However, if they don't, like, go all in, you just go all in turn 1, bam, draw 6, and if they, like, only play, like, one card, I mean, you could potentially go so plus with this. But what I think is even more interesting with this is, like, if you ran, like, I don't know if you can run this card appropriate, but, like, there's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, you might be able to do some crazy stuff. I don't know, is it Heavy Slump when your opponent has, like, 6 cards, they just discard their hand or something? Maybe you can do some crazy shenanigans, cheese, troll stuff. And then we have Stronghold, the Hidden Fortress. Oh, is that the card you're supposed to add? Did I look up, like, the old one? Or is that, like, the same name? It was like a Stronghold Fortress. Oh, it's just a trap card, right? A Stronghold, so that's the Moving Fortress, and then this one is the Hidden Fortress. Was the gadget one supposed to add, let's see. Oh, it's the Hidden Fortress. Okay, so that is this one. Okay, just had to double check. So this is a continuous spell card that says, special this card is an effect monster as Machine Earth level 4, 0, 2000. With these effects, this card is also still a trap. So it gains 1,000 attack for each card you control that has Gold Sarcophagus alive or monster that mentions it. Okay, and then once per turn, when your opponent monster applies an attack and you control Gold Sarcophagus Light, you can destroy that monster. Ooh, it's not too bad. Just pops one of the monsters. Interesting mix-up of a deck. Like, I really think it's kind of all over the place, though, in terms of, like, what it's supposed to do. But let's check out these 2 new OCG promos. Let's see. I'm not sure. It says 24 PR. I'm not sure exactly what set these are in, but anyways, they're promo cards. Oh, promotional pack 2024. So Mira and Machnoko. So the first one is going to be the card on the left over here, which is a 0/0. And it says you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is, this card is in your hand. You get to relieve 3 cards from your hand and or deck with the same name as cards in your opponent's graveyard, but with different names from each other, if you do special summon this card. Second part is, when your opponent activates a card or effect as a quick effect, you can send this card summoned by its first effect to the graveyard to send one card with the same name as that opponent's card from your deck or extract to the graveyard. If you do, negate the activation. Really wild effect. Maybe it'll be consistent with some hand traps, but next up we have A Star Speculation. So this is a level 7. Over here is the obviously is the fusion card. And it's a level 7 Light Warrior. So it's 25/25. It's materials for 1 monster with 2,500 or more attack and a face down defense position monster with 25 or less defense. So you could maybe fusion with the, I mean, this is a pretty easy condition for like maybe like a super poly, and then you just set something. So it gains this effect based on its battle position. So an attack position gains attack equal to the highest original attack among monsters your opponent controls. If its defense position, it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Oh, so this is a pretty good stall card maybe. And then the second part is you contribute 1 attack position monster and a face down defense position monster special from this card from your graveyard. Huh. Now, what's interesting with this, I'm assuming you have to tribute your own cards, but like if you could actually tribute your opponent's card, so like you could like just be like, all right, you got an attack position, okay, I'm a Book of Moon, summon my card from the graveyard. I don't think that's how it works, but if it does work by tributing your opponent's, I think it would have to specify you tribute 1 of your opponent's card. Nonetheless, interesting card. Next up though, these are a bunch of, okay, we got even more cards. Okay, I think these are a lot of just tokens. I'm not going to go over the tokens. It's just cool that we can see the artwork. Dang, we have a lot of tokens. Okay, so this is from the 25th, looks like a quarter century, bunch of different tokens. Okay, but we're really here for the newer cards. Oh dang, they went all out with the OG stuff. They got the Heroes, got the OG Dark Magician Girl. This is just like so much nostalgia. All right, so first off, we're checking out the brand new Pendulum Synchro. What the heck is another super boss monster? It's a level 12 Dark Synchro Dragon Synchro Pendulum Effect monster. So it's 4,000, 4,000. Its pen effect is you can only use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. So the first part is you tribute summon a Supreme King Dragon or Supreme King Gate Pendulum monster to special summon this card. Monster effect is, and its materials to summon it are 1 tuner and 1 plus non-tuner Dark Pendulum monsters. So its name becomes Supreme King Zark while on the field. Second part is after damage calculation, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and or inflicts battle damage to them, you just special summon up to 2 Supreme King Dragon monsters from your deck, extra deck, and or graveyard in defense position. Third part is if this card is in the monster zone and is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can place it in your pendulum zone. Okay, next up we have Code of Soul, which is a level 3 Fire Cyberse effect monster, 500, 500. It says you can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. And it says if you control a Link monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Second part is during your main phase, you can activate this effect once this turn. If you Link summon a Salamangreat Link monster, you can use 1 Salamangreat Link monster you control with its same name as the entire material. Third part is during your opponent's main phase, as a quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard immediately after this effect resolves to Link summon 1 Link 3 or higher Cyberse monster. Okay. So now we are here for the brand new Ritual Beast stuff, which is pretty exciting. This is also in Terminal World, I guess, when this set is when these cards are coming out. So first off, we have the Spiritual Beast Tamer Lara over here. So Lara is a level 1 light psychic effect monster, so you can e-tele her. So 100 attack, 2,000 defense points, and it says you can only special summon Spiritual Beast Tamer Laras once per turn. So it says that you can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part of it is you can discard this card immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon a Ritual Beast monster from your hand. Second part is if a Ritual Beast card or cards you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard instead. Pretty solid effect. Third effect is if this card becomes banished, you can special summon 1 Ritual Beast monster from your deck, except for Spiritual Beast Tamer Lara. I mean, that's automatic running 3 copies of that bad boy. Next up, we have Ritual Beast Ulti Nochi YuGioh, which is a light warm fusion effect, level 7, 24, 19. And its requirements are 1 Ritual Beast Tamer monster and 1 Spiritual Beast monster. It says it must be special summoned from your extra deck by banishing the above cards you control and or from your graveyard. You can only special summon the Ritual Beast Ulti Nochi YuGiohs once per turn. So the first part is your opponent cannot target other Ritual Beast monsters you control with card effects. As the quick effect, you can return this card to the extra deck, then target one of your banished Ritual Beast monsters. Special summon it, but it cannot attack directly. Oh, that's like permanent, not just this turn. But next up, here's the Ulti boss monster. They finally get a Link monster called the Ritual Beast Ulti Tari over here. So it's going to be, it looks like a Link 4, 2600 over here. It says, as a summon requirements, it's 3+ effect monsters. It says you can only use the second and third effects of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is neither player can tribute cards to activate a card effect. The second part is you can target one of your banished Ritual Beast cards and return to the hand or extra deck. Then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon one Ritual Beast monster from your hand. During your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can target one Ritual Beast card you control and one card your opponent controls, and you get to banish them. Okay, next up we have the Ritual Beast Inheritance, which is a continuous spell card that says you can only use the second and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is monsters your opponent controls lose 200 attack for each different type among Ritual Beast monsters you control. The second part is you get to reveal a Ritual Beast monster in your hand and add a Ritual Beast monster with a different type from your deck to your hand, and then discard one card. Third effect is if 2 or more monsters are special summoned to your field at the same time, which is I think one of the support trap cards lets you do that. You can target one monster on the field and change its battle position, which was negate its effects. Anyways, we got reprints. So basically, I'm guessing most of the Ritual and Spiritual Beast stuff. So let me know what you guys think of any of the brand new cards. Are these Ritual Beasts really good? I haven't played the deck in a while. I mean, it's been years since we got support for this archetype, but I mean, this card is definitely looking pretty solid, and like this is really cool to see all these nostalgic cards. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and maybe you'll see more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the future. And I'm out. Peace.